on how I am conceptualizing and designing and building immersive nightclub and music festival environments in a program that I really love called Wave VR. And I have been learning this process over the course of like 8, 9 months. I've also been designing a lot of the art that I'm going to show you that I'm bringing in Tilt Brush, which is also another VR program for doing surround 3D art. And so where I am right now is actually when you log into Wave, you get your own cave, you move in, this is your home. And they call it the Wave Cave, which I think is actually kind of hilarious. And it's like your home base, and you can see what you look like. You can practice your like funky avatar dance moves if you're going to concerts. And they give you, this is a portal to go to like the main lobby. For newcomers, this is how to use your mouse. And they have a really good code of conduct. Everyone that I've met here is like super awesome, friendly, fun. It's an international community, kind of VR geeks. And so, yeah, okay. So what I just did was portal through this little door here. I've already laid the foundation. What we're looking at here is basically our floor, or also known as collider. And some of these tools have already been given to you by Wave that you get access from this mixer here. So I'm going to show you. So this is your general mixer that you're going to be working on when you are building environments in here. And it's pretty, a lot of this is self-explanatory. Like this is some of the effects that you mainly use these when the show is going on. Like for instance, the last couple shows I had a VJ working with me, and it makes a big difference because they're very carefully helping to like give effects to all the visuals that are going on. But what I was going to show you, the demo today, was actually going to be, I'm going to import some 3D modeled art. And the concept of this particular build is the dark crystal. So all of the scenes that I've been creating have to do with like fairy tales and crystals and elves and just fantastical castles. And so I'm going to take this into edit mode, and we're going to see these two windows come up. And we're going to use it. The awesome thing is this thing follows you. So wherever you go, this handy little mixer is going to follow me around. And I'm going to start by, I'm in my base scene now. So whatever I put in this base scene, including this DJ booth, so I'll show you here. It's going to follow. Whoops, I ended up underground. That happens sometimes. So this is going to be where I'll be working the night of the event. This is where DJs end up setting up. And where did you go? Undo. So this is the DJ station that they give you. I'm actually, the night of the event, I typically am going to be streaming my audio through here because I have turntables externally here that I set up that I'll be pumping audio through. But if I didn't want to, they also give you kind of fun, they give you music that you can play while you're working so you don't get bored. Also, this is a way that I test. I have some art that's sound reactive, so this is how I'm testing things when it's coming in. It's pretty fun. The last show I actually did use these turntables a little bit. You know, it could get the job done. So anyway, I have set up, so the dance floor is mainly going to be where I'm standing right now. There's going to be some things happening on the inside of this right here. I'll show you in a minute. The first thing I want to do is actually import this really spectacular dome. And the dome, I actually have my amazing and talented husband, Enrique. It was a little too technical of a design, and those of you who know me, I am mostly a music person. But my husband is a wizard VR. I'm virtually effects wizard, and he built this dome for me in like 20 minutes because he's a wizard, and it's awesome. Thank you, Enrique. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how this is going to work in with the concept. So see, it's just floating here. I'm going to actually make it really, really big. I'm going to put the magnet on so it snaps to the ground. And to do this, the best method is actually these amazing people at Wave give you ability to go into a miniature mode. So I can suss everything out. I can get a master view of how it's going to look from a bird's eye. This is very helpful. And then I can adjust it. I can make sure that it's not floating too far off the ground, that the symmetry is going to look right, and that it's going to fit and look nice from most every angle here. I think that's looking pretty good. Oh, it's a little off. Make it a little bigger. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. And then we go back, and here we are, a giant, awesome purple dome castle. So this is the concept. Oh, where it's a little bit off the ground here, so try to bring that down. Yeah, so I think this looks pretty amazing. Yeah, amazing. So this is, people will come in, and the concept is them kind of like hang out here and dance. I will be up here on this DJ booth. Let's lock everything so it doesn't move too much while I'm working. So this is going to be scene 1, okay? People come in and see this amazing dome. As we spend a couple minutes here and let people just appreciate the awesomeness, I might put something up in the sky. Sometimes it's good to just keep things pretty lively, and so they also give you some fun particle effects, which are really fun to play with. I also big fan of, if you know me, you know that I actually love lasers, and I have lasers in my office. I really freaking love lasers. So they do give you lasers here, which, oh my God, I go crazy when I get to use lasers. Okay, so let's do this. For scene 1, I think for sure we want a little bit of like a fun, flashy laser effect to go on behind the DJ booth. So I would position one and then probably a second one to happen behind here. And the masterful masterminds at Wave also give you, make the lasers slaved to each other, which means, whoops, I want to make sure we're centered, and then I get those babies, try to get them lined up, lock them, and then the laser, we get effects here. Okay, so this is, it's going to get added to, some of these were here before, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to keep that. This was here from another scene. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that. So we can change the laser hue. I'm going to put that in the mixer. This is for my DJ. When my VJ comes in here, I'm going to make sure that he has these effects to play with. So when he is working, or she, whoever I get, is working for me, they can trip out the lasers. Pretty awesome. Some of these are subtle and laser noise, and the laser spread. Pretty cool. So this is what it looks like when you come in. Basically, everyone waits in this lobby. Everyone waits in the lobby, and then once the door opens, they portal through, and this is what they're going to see. I'm going to bring those lasers down a little bit. Yeah. All right. So a little laser action. I think that looks pretty cool. Woo. All right. So the concept would be, first scene, everyone's hanging out for a couple minutes, and then we're going to go to scene 2, which I'll probably bring those lasers back. But the concept with this is actually I'm going to bring in some crystal mountains because the theme is the dark crystal. So I create my art in Tilt Brush, and then I title everything and I import it into Google Poly, which is a great way to organize. So let me show you. Dun-dun. Here we go. So this is, oh, that's actually the second. I have designed these rings in a manner that could be done in layers. So here we go. It's very, very small. I'm going to make this bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I'm going to go back into God mode. And I'm going to enlarge in this so that it's going to make a ring around the dance floor hangout area. All right, so you kind of get the concept of what I want this to look like. And this is, again, the mini mode of like the master view of how it's supposed to look, right? Pretty cool. And then we go back to, oh, I like this. Okay. All right, so these are crystal mountains. And I also want to give these rotations. So, whoop, that is the wrong way. Don't rotate like that. No. Okay, that was not what I wanted to happen. Da-da. Actually, let's make sure these crystals are going to be falling right on the floor. Bring this down so we can see what's going on here. All right. I would also like to take a moment and thank my friend Frag for helping me with the reflective floor. So the floor was done by my friend Frag in Blender. So this is sticking up a little bit. I kind of want to bring this down. Whoa, oh my gosh, that was not supposed to happen. Let's go back. Let's go back to God mode, and I want to nestle these in there pretty well and make sure that they're really going to look good. And then okay, and we just want to make sure that we don't block the door, which is right here. For anyone that's just coming in, I am designing an immersive nightclub design experience that is inspired by the movie The Dark Crystal. And the concept is everyone come through this little door right here, and they see this scene, and this is what it's going to look like. Oh, undo. I'll just lock this for now so it stays put. Yeah, pretty neat, huh? I'm super addicted to working in here. It's a really amazing and very gratifying way to create art and to perform. For those of you that know me, know that on top of music, which I love, I also have a very strong love for visual art, and I have been very lucky to have been able to study art over the years along with music and sound engineering. So moving into this particular way of producing shows is just kind of natural for me. And although it's taken me about a year to learn how to do all this, incredibly gratifying and fun, really fun way to perform. So if you're just coming in, this is what my guests will see. This is the dance floor area here, and I'm going to have some fun things going on in the center here. And this is my DJ platform. So the Wave comes with in-house turntables, and you can play music. And some of my art is sound reactive, so it looks pretty cool when, so it looks pretty amazing when the music starts going. For now, I'm just going to turn this down so you can hear what I am saying. And yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually give this little crystal mountain a little bit of a rotation. And when I do that, I'm going to go here up to the mixer, hit rotation, go to rotate amount. And whoops, that is supposed to not go that way. It is supposed to go. Nope, not that either. Oh, wow, okay. Let's try that again. Oh. Okay, well, my plan is backfiring. My plan is backfiring slightly, so I'm not sure what's going on here. I want to give a little bit of a rotation. There we go. It's the why. Why ask why? All right. I just want it to go like a little tiny bit just to give a sense of a movement. Oh, shoot, it's still going the wrong way. Well, now part of this, fun of this is like the trial and error, because sometimes I do have to go back and recreate some of the art and try to figure out what I did wrong. That is not what I want to go. But anyway, for now, I will not put a rotation on it, but you kind of get the picture of how this works. And so we go from scene to scene. Enrique, I gave you a, by the way, this is the genius that did this beautiful purple tower that we're looking at right now. So the beauty before that you behold. Oh, Puff. Puff the magic dragon. Speaking of dragons, this was actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this for this particular build, although it looks kind of cool actually. Maybe I will. This is another design that I built inside of Tiltbrush, and it's a double dragon fire stage. Maybe bring that up a little bit. Whoa, look at that. That does look pretty cool. Yeah, nice. So I actually might keep that for a scene since we're working in a fairy tale land. I think that looks pretty cool. So go ahead and hit save. Let's see for scene. New scene. The concept was to have the ring. Let's go ahead and duplicate that scene. The first ring, Crystal Mountains, and then I'm going to slowly be going to another scene and bring in more of a mountain range. So this was the next stage of the concept, a triple ring of mountains. And I've actually got 3 separate rings that I'm going to try to move independently on that rotator. But for now, I bounce them out and I'm going to show you the concept. Oh, I love little flying dragons in space. I know I do. I'm going to get rid of that for now and show you. Okay, so here's this little ring. I made it very small for a low poly count I'm going to make it extra big. We are in a mini mode here, so it makes it easier to suss out the size of everything. Look at it from a bird's eye. The objective is to also make sure that this little door, see this little doorway right here is our portal. So we do not want any of the art blocking that view when people come in. You just want them to be able to see what's going on. So I think that looks pretty good. Definitely suss it out and make sure that there's a nice symmetry. So yeah, this is it, you guys. This is like we are actually clubbing in crystal castles. It is really neat. Go ahead and hit save and go back and check out what this looks like. A little piece of art snuck its way into this model, and I'm not sure where that came from, but it was an accident. And part of the fun in doing this is like the trial and error. So yeah, these are the mountains, and maybe the rotation will work here. So I will show you what I mean when I want things to move around slowly. Yeah, that's the idea. And I probably make it really slow and subtle so no one gets too sick. And then this is what it would look like from the middle. Really fun, very gratifying way to create and to perform. And I'm really hoping to actually find a way to make money doing this, because right now just kind of in training mode and demo and beta mode. But anyone out there, if you're listening, this is what I love to do. You can hire me and I will create amazing custom environments for you. I'm going to show you another really cool effect that Wave gives you to create some awesome kind of movement, things that give a sense of movement in the sky. So I created just these 3 little cool sphere looking things in Tilt Brush. And Wave gives you a really fun option called a tunnel. So I'm going to put that way, way up in the sky. Gets tricky to move these around. Come on, baby. I might just have to leave it there for now. And then I'm going to get my mixer out and put a tunnel effect. And whoa, this is kind of intense. And if I move it up in the sky, it might not be so in your face. Anyway, this is a little dramatic, but when this is nailed, it actually looks really, really cool. So, ooh, whoa. Well, anyway, it takes some finessing for sure to do this. But I also think what else might look really cool happening. This was actually from the last event I did was up on a mountaintop, and I created a rainstorm. But this might look cool going on maybe in here in the dome, or I might make it really big and put it over the entire event. And then this cloud is sound reactive, so it looks really cool when the music is going. Take a look and see what that is like. So the concept was like a crystal rainstorm. I think that still might look really cool. And go back and design it. So yeah, anyway, just kind of playing around with how something like this might work. For now, that's going to be if I do decide to go for that, it will for sure be in the later scenes. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the rainstorm for now and just focus on the crystal mountains. Um, All right, so for those of you who just joined, if anyone is wondering what I'm doing, I am actually here in a program called Wave in virtual reality, and this is what I look like. I've got laser hands, which I've always really wanted in real life. And, oh, hi. It's easy to get lost in here, you guys. Serious. It is so addictive. Such a fun way to create. So what I am doing is actually designing immersive nightclub and festival environments with a combination of tools. I've been learning how to do this over the last year. I would say if anyone is interested in getting into this, it definitely helps if you have some design skills, like a good eye for art and design. Um, Although they do give you templates here that you can use if you start DJing in VR. Of course, you have to have like a good collection of music. This program also gives you some in-game music. Some of it's really, really good. It just takes some time to go through everything and pick out what you like. So yeah, this is the concept, and it's going to be a dark crystal kind of vibe. So inspired by the movie The Dark Crystal. This was a secondary dome that I wanted to kind of play around with and see if I can put a dome inside a dome and see how it would look having two of them in, two in one. Go ahead and hit that magnet so it's going to stay on the ground. Make it a little bit bigger. Maybe we will go into God mode also known as mini mode, and take a look. See, this is a really good way to work for sussing out the sizing. Get a bird's eye view. So this, it's either going to be a smaller one inside. That looks kind of cool. Let's check out what it looks like back in. That one definitely looks kind of cool. And I also thought maybe it could be extra, extra big, and we could put it over like this. See my little avatar body? It's very, very funny. And I have laser hands, which I've always secretly wanted. I think that one looks pretty cool. Let's see how that one looks. Yeah, that's a nice effect also. Wow. Definitely very grandiose. Trying to line up the symmetry. Yeah, okay, that is looking better. So probably lock that in. And then I'll have some fun things going on up in the sky. As I told you earlier, I'm a big fan of lasers. So this program gives you some really cool laser presets that I like to bring them into a lot of the scenes. Probably do them again in this one. Okay. I freaking love lasers. I cannot get enough. Even though they're fake, but they still look really cool. And when I am working in Wave, I typically also have a VJ with me. And so the VJ is going to be working with this mixer here. Sorry, I'm out of frame here. So the VJ is going to be helping me work on this mixer. And so they can play around with it. Whoops. So in order to mess around with the laser, we're going to go into modifiers, and we're going to go ahead and add these so that the night of the event, we get some really fun effects going and they can play around with. So again, this is what it would look like if you're just coming in, and there's going to be pumped up house music. I love house, but I pepper in some breaks and some really artsy kind of EDM tinged music. And then I try to also create like a slow build, ramp up the energy, get people all hyper. The last couple shows have been about 2 hours. My show is on Thursday, the 24th of the month. And I really hope if anyone's here that you can come. To be able to come, you need a Oculus Rift or Vive or equivalent, or I think some people have had luck with the Quest with a link cable into a powerful computer with a fast video card. So that's the way to come in here. And I invite you. The community is really fun, really sweet, very supportive. They're total party animals, people from all over the world. We have a girl from Venezuela. We have a Brazilian. We have people from Europe. We have this guy from Finland that gets up at like 5 in the morning to come party with us. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, pretty mind blowing. Really fun to work in here, and I'm really happy to share with anyone that is watching. And thank you so much for your love and support. This is definitely a really unique new way to perform. Definitely, it's so fun, and when you're in here, it's definitely like dream worlds happening. So since we can't party in real life, I've been crash coursing and learning how to throw these parties in VR, and it's honestly, it is really fun, you guys. It is so unique. So I hope you can join me in the near future, and I'll also be streaming this just onto the computer. So yeah, I hope you can join me. Thanks again. Bye, guys.